Alright, what is up guys? We're back with another review, Goji Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a figure that has been quite a hot topic, at least from what I've seen. And that is the Transformers Studio Series Devastation Optimus Prime, a game that I've never played. I got it just because it really look cool. Even though this is a really bad pose. This is just bad. But, yeah. All the little gimmicks are there. Of course, the Prime needs a Matrix. He can even hold it, supposedly. I think he can, yeah. I'm pretty sure looking at his fist, should be able to hold it. I could be wrong, though. Might be able to. I don't know. Not much I haven't fully looked at, so there's probably a way to do it. But, yeah. I've messed with this figure all of itself, but the Matrix, I didn't mess with it too much. That is because it's a Matrix. I don't care. But anyways, let's get to the figure. Here he is in a glorious A pose. And first thing I gotta say is, I've seen two big opinions essentially. One, this thing is an amazing toy. He's fun to mess with. I agree with that. This thing is a horrible collector's item. It's not worth your money. I get the point. I see it. I don't personally agree with it. And I think part of that comes from the fact that they're comparing it to another Optimus Prime that exists. Speaking of, before we do anything else, let us get the size comparison really quick. I'm not going to cover details besides the windshield and head because it's all game accurate, cartoony. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, we'll get to it. Camera's having issues. Alright, first size comparison, here we have Sentinel Prime, just because he was our last review. And yeah, this makes sense. He's pretty chunky. Yoink. Next we got a Prime I don't see many people comparing to too much, because they're in the same price range. And honestly, I don't see why you should compare. Because they are vastly different designs, trying to accomplish vastly different things. And I think, as for me, they both excel in that, in their own unique ways. Sorry for any noise. And here we have the Earthrise Optimus Prime mold, which is like a whole predecessor type of deal going on. I like it. And finally, we have the Commander Class SS-86 Optimus Prime, who looks like the big brother to this Prime. Yeah. We're going to go over articulation next, and then after that, transformation, and then a little bit of discussion time right after that. So, how do I transition? Whoa. I don't know. Go ahead. Alright, so before we do anything with articulation, I'm going to take this off because this is also another point of contention for some. But yeah, let's talk about articulation. I'm not going to go over details because it's what you see is what you get, really. But head is on a ball joint. Do a little bit of a wiggle waggle. A little bit of head tilting. Because it's a ball joint, of course, I'm going to go 360. Use transformation hinge to look up. Can look down very slightly. Shoulders are on your typical mushroom peg. At least that's what it seems like. 360. Do the transformation. You have backwards butterfly. You have bicep rotation, a little bit tight, and they have locking points, though more like locking like thuds. You got a 90-degree elbow, and you don't have you don't have wrist, but you do have this for transformation. And I'm just gonna show, well, I'll show it later. Yeah, so there you go. Of course, you got the waist, relatively unhindered, though. Yeah, I guess the wheels do hinder it, but you get what you really need out of it. Legs kick forward yay far, back yay far. Got a knee bend, knee swivel, and then we got yeah, they can also go back that far. Got ankle tiltage. Do the transformation. You can arc the feet down. And yeah, okay. Let's address a whole talking point, and that's this guy. Just plug it in. And it looks alright. Like the whole little swoosh, swoosh. I like that. However, not a fan of the big red tab, but also the promo images do not show it well because they have it facing this, which is like really ugly for photos. But yeah, I've seen some people, as I knock over the camera, try to give him a blaster from the G1 Toy Prime. And it doesn't really fit, honestly. It doesn't really fit. Like, you cannot get it to work for the life of me. Can you try this one? Yeah, you can. Okay. You can give him that blaster. Just, it's gonna look pretty goofy because it's comically huge in his hand. And just for laughs, I think we're gonna try 86 primes. Even though the grip is so short. Can he hold it? Oh my god, he can. That looks comically huge. That looks comically huge. I'm taking that off. He might work with this one best, honestly, but that's also for like Earthrise Prime. Kind of sad he doesn't work too well with this one, though. Unless... Can I force it without breaking anything? Oh. Well... You can definitely try, and this one seems to fit him, at least in my opinion, a bit better size-wise. So, yeah. Yeah, I think I might give him this one. I love the G1 Prime have the G1 gun. But, yeah. Contention points, this... The swooshing effect looks ugly. And no, I don't think it looks ugly. It looks pretty cool. You get a whole, like, swinging motion. So it's just not a stagnant axe. I do like it. Also, some people are having issues with the white legs. White legs are accurate. The smokestacks I kind of get. Head looks a little too round to some, but I don't care. Wheels are not hidden, but who cares? This is a $25 figure. You know what? On that note, $25, $50. Let me give him his gun back. Let me extend the camera a tad. Or not extend, but bring it up. Okay. $25, $50. And then let me just put the gun back on this one. And then $90. You can kind of tell where the budgeting goes. Not with him necessarily, because part of it comes with that trailer. So with him, but he's already pretty engineered as he is. That's why he's a commander class, not a leader class. Commander, leader, deluxe, no Voyager. Unless you count Siege Prime, but I don't know. Yeah, I just kind of want to bring that up now. Because, like, sure, and he's been inflated ever since, but he was like $20, or not $20. He was $50 for the leader class original release. This dude was $90. This dude is $25. So take with that what you will. Let's show off accessories, or one of the other accessories remaining, and that's in here. You can just pry his truck tits open, and bam, you got a matrix, which I'm just gonna use a handy tool just to get it out. Wait, almost got it, almost there. I was able to get it out off camera. Oh, and there you go. Question is, can he even hold it? Probably. Yeah, okay. So his hands are built in for that. They can hold it. Yeah, you can do that with them. But, as you can tell, I don't give a damn about matrices. Let's just open his truck tits back up and slam the matrix back in, because I'm never opening that chest again. I get it, it's part of his thing, but I'm not a fan of big matrix pieces. Yada yada. Okay, sorry again for noise, but without further ado, let us get to transformation. And for this guy, he's simple engineering wise, but is also pretty nice engineering wise. And here we have this Prime in its truck mode. And yeah, as you can already tell, I already put the weapon on. Big red tab, big slot on the leg, and there you go. Everything stores perfectly, leaves room for the trailer hitch. Everything tidies up nicely. Even the underside looks really clean. Even though here, this borrows from Earthrise. This looks clean, all this looks clean. Even if we take this off, this looks very clean. I love it, even though it is just the legs. Still looks very clean. Everything looks clean about this. This looks the messiest, but even then is not that bad. It is not that bad. I love how the windows really pop too. White smokestacks look really nice. I know people are going to complain that it's not silver, but who cares? Also, all 6 wheels are pinned, unlike every other Prime I own, except maybe the Commander class. Except for Commander class I'm more of, and this guy. The rest all have the clip-on wheels. This dude's wheels are all pinned. So, woo, back and forth. This thing is smooth as butter. Now, you see the trailer hitch. You know what we gotta do, right? Earthrise trailer. Bit of a loose fit, but it does look nice with this size of Prime. Don't mind the dustiness, but yeah. Do the sharp turning and all that. Able to drag it back and forth. Yeah, it looks pretty neat, even though it looks really comically huge. You want to see comically huge, though. I'm genuinely surprised it fits at all. This thing is too big. You can't even turn properly. Yeah. But while we're here, let me put the weapon back. We are going to do some size comparisons. If I just plug this in. Okay. Now we are ready for size comparisons. Okay, so starting with Commander class Optimus Prime, and yeah, I'm too lazy to transform him. Deal with it. Here he is next to G1 Toy Prime, Earthrise Prime, last but not least Studio Series, and I'm really liking the truck mode and feel this one the best so far. Sure, newer figure, shinier things, even though this guy was made on a really heavy budget, but one, we'll get to that a little bit of discussion later, even though I'm not super knowledgeable, but two, this is about the truck mode. Truck mode is, whee! Oh, wait, whee! There you go. Good spin, good drift, good roll. Yeah, this is the perfect like desk toy to have. Good transformation and all that. But yeah, now let's get to the heavy part. Alright, I had to get him in a cool pose, but this is how do I say this? This is gonna be the title of the thumbnail. The good, the bad, the Prime. Sounds kind of cliche, or kind of not cliche, cheesy, but we're going to be answering those 3 questions: the good, the bad, and the prime. Besides me knocking the gun out of his head, what is the good of this figure? For $25, look in front of you. Blaster not included, you want to get the axe, but it's a superposable, super dynamic figure as it is. For what they're offering you for just 25 buckaroos, US buckaroos. Granted, inflation is a thing, tariffs if you're buying from overseas. I can't fully account to the price for those when considering everything. All I will say, sorry for the pause, all I will say is that for $25, it's like this guy. I have him in truck mode right now because I haven't transformed him yet. Because I do like the truck mode. But yeah, it's like this guy. Pretty much. Different design, different philosophy, same kind of deal. For $25, you get so much out of so little. I think, I forgot which YouTuber said it. I think it was That One Toy Guy. I think he said it best. This figure in particular of the first wave of the new Age of the Primes-esque stuff, he's an underdog. I thoroughly believe that. After messing with this figure for a good couple weeks and for doing the review of him, I may have fumbled it at one point in the transformation, but I could not erase that smile that's on my face. Yeah, that figure is so. This figure is so much fun. The bad. For if you're a collector, if you're like into collecting, oh, what's the best looking type of prime? Then want to adjust the camera again. This 86 Optimus Prime, this Commander class, if you have the money for it and you can find him, then absolutely get him. He's worth it. However, I do want to iterate that while they are appealing to the adult collectors, they're not the primary market. As much as they're releasing stuff that is like very much catering to the collectors, at the end of the day, kids are still going to look at these and notice that they're way better looking than some of the Earthspark stuff. Some of the more kid-ish toys and all that. They're going to look at these, for instance, and say, wow, that's really cool. I want it. How much are both of these? This is prohibitively expensive for a kid. Essentially $100 with tax at the time I paid for it. Versus a quarter of that. A quarter of 100. Yep. Sure, there's been plenty of cases where these tabs especially have been shaving off from like multiple transformations. And some of the parts are not holding up well, supposedly. From what I've seen on videos, I say supposedly just because on my figure, bro's solid. Like, horror story time, I dropped this figure from a high point on my shelf. Even though my floor is carpet, then the shit is still bound to break. Shit is still bound to break, and all hell is bound to break loose. That's just how it goes in my household. But I can tell you with confidence, I bought this guy on a whim, and I have zero buyer's remorse. I have zero buyer's remorse. If you want a pretty budget-friendly, good-looking enough Optimus Prime figure that's super posable, even though the only thing you get is just an axe and you don't happen to have a gun on hand, yeah, he's worth it. If you want like a good detailed collectible figure they're gonna have on a shelf, maybe not this guy. Depending on your preference. If you're willing to rock with this guy, then absolutely he'll be worth you $25. But if you want to rock with something that looks like pristine, premium, and all that, just get the Commander class. Not even Earthrise anymore. Get the Commander class. But if you want a good like desk toy, something to mess with, definitely, if you ask me, this guy is the pick. We address the good and the bad. The Prime. Is it worthy to be called an Optimus Prime? Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. And this is a good one, too. I tend to look at figures and think, okay, let me look up some videos online just to see how they are. Let's see how they hold up. This dude is the most divisive. So I had to essentially make a coin flip and pray to God that I got a good one. And it paid off. I got a really good one. My God, this dude, I love him to death. Granted, I like the character Optimus Prime a lot, but this figure in particular, God damn, son. Bro, is that posable? You can make all of this look good, even with this Earthrise-esque back kibble, all the wheels popping out, whatever. Oh, it's not an animation model accurate, it's not game model accurate, whatever. It gets the job done. It has to make compromises because of the budget and engineering. Hopefully y'all understand that. Hopefully. Enough ranting. I'm going to end the video here. If you guys like the video, I want you to guys hit that like button, that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions on this figure. Whether you love it, whether you hate it, whether you think it's an underdog, whether you think it's absolute garbage, whatever it is about this figure, let me know in the comments. I'm going to read them. I might not reply to all of them. I'm just being transparent because time. But I will definitely see all of them, and I'll definitely acknowledge them in some way, shape, or form. How? I don't know. But I would love to see some sort of, not discourse, but like a discussion thing going on. If it can't happen, oh well. If it does happen, cool. But yeah. Do I recommend this figure? For the price, it's the same thing as this guy. Different design, whatever. For the price you get with both of these now, for the price that you're paying for, I think you get bang for your buck. But that's just my opinion. Alright, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I sound a little tired now because this takes a lot of effort to film. But oh well. I love it. I'm going to keep doing it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. I don't know which one would that be. But yeah. How do I do a proper outro? Ooh, oh, I knocked him. I gotta stop doing that. But, little bro, big bro. Little bro's kind of popping off right now. I had a thumbnail plan initially, but I might do something with these two. I don't know. I might stick with the original thumbnail, which you'll probably see. But yeah. See you guys in the next one. Take care.